When I found myself the most stressed, depressed, and anxious in my life, I still chose to take on the responsibility to better myself because deep down I knew that I was depressed based on my actions and I thought that I should be able to pull myself out of the hole. Check out this clip where I share more about this. And I genuinely went to doctors. They were like, yeah, you have, I think my testosterone at one point was like 150 or lower.
Wow.
And I was
Yeah.
like, what the hell? And so like
Oh, yeah.
hormonally I was all fucked.
Weed does that too.
We
We'll
got to talk about this.
that. Yeah,
Hormonally, I was
yeah.
messed up.
Yeah.
Anxiety was through the roof. They wanted to get me on antidepressants and anxiety medication, and I was like, nah, because I had been through like PEDs and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to take TRT. I don't want to do all that. I that's not like I've already decided in my life that I didn't want to do that again, and now in this low
Okay,
state.
pause before you hit your breakthrough because I was going through my own thing at the same time you were.
Yeah,
just
so at this
differently.
point, the doctor is telling me
Yeah.
all this. I was like, nah, I don't want to do what you're saying because I recognize that I put myself in this position. I'm this low because of my own actions. So I was starting to see that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to find a way to get, if I was going to get better, I didn't want to get better by someone patching me. And I want to keep this as a disclaimer. Like, if me and Matt are different creatures in the sense that we're hard-headed people to begin with. Like, we want to do shit and we'll go really hard
Yeah.
at it. So I think some of that ego was still there in me. It's like, no, I'm going to make myself better. But for a lot of people, don't deny the medical advice and help if you really don't know how to get better. So I want to make sure that people don't use this as a model for theirs.
We're just telling our
But for
story.
our stories, like for me, it was like, no, I'm going to get better.
I think you realized that you took responsibility and said
Yeah.
it was my
It was my
actions
fault, yeah.
because you weren't depressed before then.
No.
And I'm guessing you weren't raised and depressed your whole life.
No.
So you knew there were times
that
when
word
I wasn't
even in my
depressed.
fucking vocabulary.
Yeah,
didn't
I mean, you
understand
were
what it was.
lifting. Yeah, you were so up when I
Yeah.
first met you. So it's obvious that your actions put you in the hole.
Exactly.
So by logical conclusion, you thought I should be able to take action to pull myself out of the hole. And I don't think that's, medical advice. That's just like a fact of where you're at. It's different if you had chronic depression your whole life and had struggled with it. I know people like that.
I felt
too.
like, and one thing that I noticed, so I think I was always an anxious person,
Yeah.
but weed at that point was making it even worse.